I know he's not blind. I don't know what happened then. Oh, back to the job at hand. Now, where was I? Yes, something stuck up here. I've just done myself a little bit of a shop at Aldi and got some stuff for tea and snacks and stuff, and I'm just thinking about looking for a place to kip up for the night, and I see this structure over there. I don't know if it's accessible, I don't know if there's a fence between me and it, but there's shade, which is always a bonus, but it's bloody hot down here at the moment, getting a sweat on. There's also another structure over there as well, which is open on all sides for the breeze. The only time I don't mind breeze. Normally I try and shelter on 3 sides, but I'll go and have a look at this one first, see what the access is like. Don't know what time of the day it is. It's going to be after 3 though, I'd say, at a guess. And if that's a no-go, then we'll go and check out that one over there. But they look like they're just utility sheds with, you know, we'll go and have a look anyway. Stick with. I think this will do nicely. It's a lot cooler in here. The temperature outside at the moment, 28.2 degrees, and that's just my probe for the thermometer is hanging in this shaded spot down here. So it's 27, it's going down now because we're in the shade, so it was 28.2 out there. I'll check it in 5 when it's got in here. There's going to be a good 10 degrees cooler in here at least. But yeah, this will do nicely. Very nice. There's no mosquitoes. Mozzies down here on the south coast of France. It's the time of year, but pretty prolific. This is it's an old, very old walled-in something or other. Working vineyard. Massive working vineyard. Actually feels really nice to get off the grass because I had a bit of a scare last night. It made me jump at 2 snakes. One of them I caught just the tail end of it, and it was literally the tail end as it slithered off into some debris in a rubble pile. I don't know what type it was, but the tail seemed to come to the end pretty quick, like it was quite a tapered tail. It wasn't your normal snake sort of slithery thing, but it tapered really quickly to a point. I've not googled yet what it could possibly be. And then I saw another one later, the whole thing moving quite quickly. So what I've done now, I've taken to, if ever I'm walking through grass, I've got an empty bottle here, small empty plastic bottle. So as I'm walking, I'm just making that sort of, because I'm so used to walking quietly, like just being quiet when I'm on the move, yeah. Quiet footsteps, even walking through rubble, shrub, dead, you know, whatever. I'm just used to walking quiet, so I've got to have that in. It's quite nice in here, nice and cool. So I'm going to get set up and get some tea on the go. Nice one. Got to be a little bit quiet. Hearing voices just over that way. Got this one. You've probably got a field just over there with vineyards. There's a road that comes down that way, and there's some houses sort of that way. Not many. I think there's 2 or 3 houses, shacks. One quite big house, which I'm assuming is probably part of the old wall system here that they've got going on. But it's just going to be a simple tea tonight. For starters, I have anchovies in oil, which I'm going to munch on. And then I've got some nomad fillets, whatever they are, I don't know, fish, which I'm going to fry up, put a bit of quality tomato sauce type tomato mix thing on there, chuck in a few cold anchovies sliced up, and put all that onto a wrap it up, and then re-toast it. So I'm going to do these one at once. I've got 2 fillets in here, so I'm going to do 1 fillet, get that going, and get sorted from that. Strictly for the calories, not the enjoyment. My granddad used to say, if you ever need a good shoot of calories, a bottle of beer. He never said what size, he just said, get yourself some beer. Don't enjoy it, just get it in your belly for the calories. Always got to do what granddad says. And it's true, it is good calories, no enjoyment, none whatsoever. I have company for tea. Not to polish my own knob, but this looks like it's going to be quite tasty. I think I've done a good job here. So, unbeknown to me at this time, the next day, after I've had a sleep and this food as an epic cycle day, I just couldn't find a comfortable feeling spot. I ended up cycling. It was 62 kilometres, probably a little bit more than 62 kilometres. So luckily, this camp spot that I'm in at the moment, being nice and cool, it gave me quite a nice sleep. And also filling my belly with these calories, they were sorely needed, really were. It was the sort of day where you get to that time of day when you start to think about finding a place to kip up, and nowhere has that feel to it that I look for. It was, just can't explain what it's like sometimes. And you can end up going, I know I myself, I end up cycling another 10, 15, 20 kilometres sometime until I see and feel that spot where I think, yes, I can call this sort of home for the next 12 hours, 15 hours. Okay, I'm going to try and fix this jet boil that's been giving me a bit of grief. Going off your comments on the video that I released this morning, could be a blockage near the jet, so I'm going to pull it to bits and see what we've got going on, yeah? It's pretty straightforward. She's a bit filthy. I do have some spirit there that I've been using for my spirit burner, and an old toothbrush I use for cleaning. Whee. I suppose it probably doesn't hurt to do this every once in a while, does it? Someone. Oh, what's that? I think I'm about to get busted here. I can hear voices. I don't know what happened then. Oh, back to the job at hand. Now, where was I? Yes, something stuck up here. Oh, here we go. It's a tiny spider and a bit of a spider's web. Obviously he's snuck in there one time and I've packed it up, and then he's got gassed. Poor fella. Ah. Alright, let's put it back together, see if it works, huh? Let's try it. Moment of truth. Now, I did try it with this new canister that I bought from this petrol station, and I was still getting the same, just a very, very gaseous flame with no oxygen really, so we'll see if it actually has made a difference. Maybe it was the spider culprit. Still sounds a bit iffy, but we'll see how it goes. 3, we have the jet back. Nice one. Okay. So, whoever recommended there in the comments of that living on the Mediterranean coast about possible jet blockage, I know there were several of you actually, so spot on. Good call. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You've saved me quite an expense there.
A massive shout out to all these guys here, all these guys and girls here that helping support this journey that I'm on. Where I'll end up, I have no idea, but each and every one of you, thank you so much.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. That was very nice. Nice and cool coming off the concrete there.
I haven't seen my cats this morning. I have got my little line set up here. If you can see this, it's from using my fishing reel now because I've got some nice braid on there that's sort of hard to see. But just tied it off there. It's down at ankle height. Brought it around here. Done a little tricky mechanism there. Anybody walking into that, and it puts the reel on drag mode and goes tick, 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 tick. Wakes me up, hopefully. I never sleep deep. It's a little bit overcast so far this morning. It's alright though. I think it's going to be a bit of a cooler day. I can't believe that guy didn't see me last night. I mean, he walked in. I'll show you the way he walked in. So he would have come through this doorway here. Yeah. And he's come around here, and he must have been looking down at the ground the whole time, I reckon. I mean, my bike was stood up in front of that yellow graffiti there. And then he's gone over that way to feed the cats, which there's a little pile of food just around the corner there. And then he's come back out. You know, I mean, was either concentrating on the job at hand or whatever else, I don't know. Anyway, I'll get packed up now. I've had a cup of tea. Yeah. Right. See what excitement we can get up to today, shall we? You know, I've just been tidying up, and I'm just going to looking at my ground tarp here, and I think it's getting to the stage now where I think I probably need to replace it. Not only is it possibly a health hazard, but it's got more holes in it than whatever the saying is that finishes that. So I think it's going to be a bricker marsh, isn't it, that I need to get? A bricker depot, bricker marsh or something like that, find. And just get another, probably like a 3x2, something like that, lightweight 3x2 tarp in an earthy tone. That might be on the cards today. See how we go. Definitely a different vibe being away from the coast. Being inland a bit, cycling. I'm still heading southwest. I really like the architecture in these sort of tucked away village areas that you get through France. They don't really seem to change that much from north to south either. Found the sort of store, exactly what I was looking for. I may be a bit of a while. Every opportunity is taken whenever I see an outdoor hose tap. If there's anyone around, I'll just nip up and ask them, do you mind if I use your hose tap? Never say no. And it's just so nice to get that fresh water over the head, up the arms, just wherever's possible, depending on the depending on your environment, that is. But it's certainly very welcome to get fresh water brushing over you.
Merci, monsieur.
Avec plaisir.
Oh, you fucker. Yeah. Step. The gate was open, so I thought, let's go and have a look. We'll never get the chance again until we get told to leave.
G'day, currently in Narbonne and it's current day Kiwi here. Just want to thank you all for stopping by again and contributing to push the algorithm, which in turn helps me a load, and I really appreciate every single one of you being here. Stay beautiful, stay sane, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, Patreon link down in the comments. Thank you. So this is nearing the end of my current day here. This is probably about maybe 45 kilometers into it. Unknown at this stage that I had another good 20 kilometers to pedal. This was the day, the many Ks, just not being able to find that place that felt right. This is a little town called Mezi. Beautiful little villagey type place. Sort of place I'd like to go back to Mezi one day when I can afford to spend time there. Quite nice sort of environment to chill in, that was, but I wasn't thinking about kipping up at this stage, unfortunately. If I was, then I would have quite happily have stayed there for the evening.